Hello, Roberto here, trying to put out some video on Twitter right now, just a really short one. Today I wanted to talk to you about hard sound money and give you a little bit of an example. I know a lot of you who are already Bitcoiners already know this, but I hope to give a little bit of my knowledge, a little bit of my experience to people who don't know much about Bitcoin, however, that they are open to know a little bit more about it. When I was a kid, I grew up in southern Italy. My father was a government officer and he made 1.2 million liras a month. So he was literally a millionaire. However, it was very hard for him to make ends meet. He did a very good job with us. We went to school, university, and everything with much sacrifices. However, I do remember one thing is that if you had any savings, you didn't want to save it in lira. Guess what? Inflation, right? The purchasing power would get lost. So a lot of people, what they did is they would go to Switzerland, they would exchange liras for Swiss francs, and they would smuggle the francs back to Italy. Why? Because they were trying to get hard sound money. They were trying to get a harder currency. Now, the Swiss francs is also a fiat currency, so it devaluates also over time. So it does lose purchasing power over time. However, it would lose purchasing power slower, much slower than the Italian lira. Today with Bitcoin, we have something that is just amazing. There is no reason, there is no trip to go to Switzerland and get Swiss francs. Actually, you can get something much better than Swiss francs from your computer, and that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hard sound money, which does not devalue over time. It has a fixed supply, and so it's the hardest money that it was ever produced on Earth. And the nice thing is, no government will give it to you. No government has interest in giving its citizens hard sound money that doesn't devalue over time. Trust me on this, or actually don't trust me on this, but do your homework. But today you have the power, and this is the power of Bitcoin, to get a little bit of your savings. I mean, this is not financial advice, but even if you want to get a little bit of your savings, just get a little bit of your savings. Don't put all the eggs in one basket. It's never good advice. But you have the chance with Bitcoin to have hard sound money, which you can save, and it doesn't devalue. One Bitcoin is always one Bitcoin, is 1 out of 21 million. It does have a little bit of volatility. If you want to learn about it more, during the lockdowns, I wrote this book, Bitcoin and the Ultimate Fight for Freedom, and you will learn much more about it. It's a cup of coffee. You can buy it on paperback right now. It's available on Barnes & Nobles, on Amazon.com. It's only available on Kindle so far. It's also available in other venues in other countries, but I'm not really sure. But it is my trip through Bitcoin and my life experience with it and how it gave me freedom. It's a good book to read. You will learn a lot from it, I hope, and I hope you enjoy it. It's definitely worth a cup of coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow with a little bit, or with another short. Thank you.